Hello and welcome to About 6 Acres. I'm Nick.
And I'm Juana. And today we're doing a vlog. A vlog.
A vlog.
A vlog.
Well, we're still feeling a little bit under the weather.
Let's talk about it. So welcome back to our channel. Today is more of a little vlog, I guess, because we are running a couple of errands. We got so sick.
Yeah, starting really last Saturday night. Started feeling a little sore throat action going on. Woke up Sunday and we're like, you know what? I don't think we're feeling good.
Yeah. So we caught something from Nick's dad, and thankfully he's past it, so he's feeling much, much better. And we are still going through that wave of we felt great. No, we have not felt great at any point. No.
You feel better, but then you try to do the same stuff that you're used to doing, and then you're like, I have no energy after you do it, so then we have to rest.
Yeah.
And then I'm still super congested. My ears, I call them my ear holes. My ear holes are like, feels like I have swimmer's ear, so it's bad.
Yeah, it's the worst feeling when you're not feeling well and you know that there's so many things that you want to do. Basically, I haven't been able to get much sleep, so out of the past, I don't know, is it 5 days now? I haven't slept. I slept one day, and last night I didn't sleep pretty much at all. So it's been trying. We don't have any Christmas decorations up at all. Do you guys have? Well, that's not true.
We have several wreaths up, but no lights.
Yeah.
Lights are always a problem because we don't like heights, and if we need extension cords, the goats will eat them.
That is true. And so that's always been a tricky part. Even wreaths outside have been tricky with the goats, but
because the goats eat them.
Yes. So
they're not real wreaths; they're fake wreaths.
Yeah, and we did a good job of putting them high enough that I mean they don't look great. Like if you're looking at it, it's not really proportionate. But it does, at least we have wreaths out there that bring Christmas spirit, cheer, look to it. I don't know.
We have scented candles going too, so not like we could smell it. So,
but it's just been that kind of a trying week. So no Christmas decorations. We've been really, really sick. We had a loss in our flock too. That kind of brought our energy down.
And we posted something about that, about the hawk attacks.
Yeah, I think we posted something about that on Instagram. So if you follow us on Instagram, you may have seen it. I don't know that we've talked about it here at all. But we did lose my favorite chicken. So now I have no more favorite chickens ever again because apparently
none of the others want to volunteer to fill the spot. So it's maybe Creed.
Too soon, Nick.
Creed.
Too soon. Too soon.
They only like us when we have food. So
yeah. So far, since we got our flock, we've lost a lot of chickens. But for sure, we've lost 2 in the past 2 weeks. Yeah. Right? We lost a teenager, which I think we might have talked about. And then we lost Holly, who had these gorgeous olive green eggs, and they are no more. And so that kind of broke my heart a little bit. That was last Friday. And then Saturday we got sick. We don't have a tree yet because we normally buy a real tree. And then we had to delay picking up Josh from school because with us being sick and not being able to disinfect the house, there was just no way we were going to bring him and, chance ruining his holiday break.
So we got to wait another week to get him, so grab him next Friday and have him a couple weeks.
But you may be wondering, what the heck are you doing in your car? And basically we had to order some food for the animals for pickup. So we're actually at Tractor Supply, doing a pickup order.
Yeah, wait to do that because I was trying to get stuff delivered, and for some reason the app wouldn't let me put in my payment information correctly. So
I think it was his phone.
I don't know what it was.
There's a little section where you enter in your credit card information, and then you have to enter in your expiration date.
All right. So normally expiration dates, it's the month and the year, but it's like
the slash is in there.
The 2-digit month and then the 2-digit year. And
or 4 digits now. It's 4 digits.
Most apps or sites build in the delineation mark between the month,
the slash,
and the thing. But this app doesn't, and there's no place like it pulls up the automatic keyboard when you're in that little text zone, and there's no place to put a slash because it's just the the 10 key? Is that what it is? The 10 key pad, just the number pad, and there's no slash. So I was fed up. So I had to go inside and go onto a regular internet browser and order it for curbside because it was too late to process for it to be delivered. So
yeah. And I tried. I challenged him. I said, surely I can find that slash sign somewhere. I tried 80 different ways to change the keyboard from the number one over to the... Yeah, so I don't know about that.
I felt really, really old. Like a really old person getting frustrated by technology, trying to set the VCR clock to the right time instead of it flashing. So felt, super, super old.
Yeah, and maybe it's just we're in a haze, but let us know if you've ever done the Tractor Supply mobile delivery and if you've had luck getting that slash.
And I think that, like, I've done it before.
How?
Like, I've ordered and had it delivered before. I don't know. And the weird thing is, there's always been a problem. So originally the account is set up under my name, and then for some reason, when Juana went into the store one time, her name got added onto it, and then anything that was purchased in the store now doesn't show up on my app, but it's under her name, and we still get. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a conspiracy theory going on where they're trying to. I don't know if we purchase too much that we're getting too many rewards, or what's going on. But
did a tinsy bit of that sound like he was blaming me?
I want my $10 coupon.
A tinsy bit of that sounded like he was blaming me. Were you blaming me?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, man.
But anyway, I see a Christmas tree, and it's $70. $70 for a Christmas tree. That's crazy. Ridiculous.
I do think that is crazy for a Christmas tree that you're only going to use for a couple of weeks. Yes. The tricky part, though, is based on everything that we do, we know how expensive it is to grow things with all the love and care. Like, growing things is not cheap. When you account for the bringing it to the store and all of that other stuff, like $70 post-inflation and all of that stuff, it's probably in line with what it should be. But it's insane. Like,
they don't look that pretty, though.
No, they don't.
I understand if it looks pretty, but from where I'm standing, and the thing is, the farm that I grew up on, my grandparents, they would have Christmas trees delivered, and during Christmas set up these huge lots, and they would have like 4 foot tall all the way to like 20 foot tall trees, and it would be all the jobs of like the grandkids and uncles and family to help out, sell the trees and unload them from the truck and stuff. So,
and they were really pretty. Trees, yeah, and they were different varieties too, though.
And again, that was in New York, not in Texas.
Yeah. Oh no, these are not from Texas. No, we have done like cut your own, which was interesting. I mean, they turned out well. We did that like 3 years in a row. They're just a different kind of tree, and
super weather.
They don't really smell like Christmas. Like, that's why I went out and bought some candles that were like Tree Farm.
Because the pine trees down here are like tall, and skinny pine trees that are not Christmassy trees. And I understand the Christmas trees are shaped that way, but they're not. They don't grow well down here.
Yeah, it's just different.
They need a lot of water, and the summers are so hot. We cut a red cedar, which is not really a cedar, it's a juniper, and we cut it down. And I like a fat tree. That was from the Tree Farm. Yeah. That's what they sold. And that sucker was heavy, And then when you got it into the house, it was super fat and full of pollen.
Yeah, I had an animal in it too.
Yeah, something.
But yeah, it felt a little like national.
Yeah. I'd rather have small animals in there than
bees.
Like bees and wasps.
Yeah, it might have had some of that too. You know, $70 seems like a lot, but we've never felt the urge to spring for a
fig tree.
Fig tree either. No. So I don't know. It's kind of one of these things where you kind of.
We did go one year without a tree, and then we had friends bring us a little fake tree just so we could decorate it.
So that was another year where we all got sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all got really, really sick, and we were so busy, and we were like, we're not even gonna bother with a tree. And like Nick said, a friend of ours kind of said, "Hey, I'm coming in and I'm ambushing your house," and they just decorated everything.
That's nice. Yeah.
Like really, really pretty.
Awesome.
Yeah, they decorated our dining room and our mantle, and we got stockings, and we were like, "Wow, we are loved and blessed."
That reminds me of another how awesome God is, because we had another year too where around Christmas time. It was pretty much, I don't know how many years we were in Texas, but one of my first full-time jobs that I came down here in Texas, they actually fired and laid off a bunch of people because the company was closing right before Christmas. So the person that I worked with was another vendor, and he heard about me losing my job, and so he's like, "Hey, bring your family to our business on this date because we got a surprise for you." So I remember the one, we drove there that one day and didn't know what it was, and they had gotten a bunch of gifts for our son because they knew that it was going to be tight for Christmas. So that was pretty awesome on how good God is, because even the people that you work with, there's always someone watching, always someone that's listening, even though they know. And
that was crazy because we had a minivan,
yeah,
and the minivan was completely full. So it's just crazy. But we're gonna go and pick up our order, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.
So we have our chickens in the run right now, because if we're not outside with them or if we're not on the property, we don't want them out free ranging until we figure out a solution to the hawk attacks. So they're in the run, not having fun. Well, now they're getting a little scratched, so maybe they're having a little fun. So I don't know, we might have to get maybe one of those inflatable dudes from the car lots so they can flap around. I don't know what they're called. Air dudes.
Please, can you demonstrate what they do? And that is the exercise for the week because we're exhausted.
Yeah, no, I need a nap. Maybe it's the time of year as well that the hawks are out looking for food. But the chickens are going to have to be put inside the run when we're not able to watch them well.
So the other situation that we had this morning was with our bucks, with our boys. We have Clark, who's the main buck, Mystico, his brother, who's the wether, and then we have Clark's son, Cash, who also stays with them. He's no longer a buckling, but he's the youngest of them, but He's very strong, very stocky, and really challenged Clark this morning. So the two of them got super, super aggressive, so much so that Nick actually yelled for me to come out of the house because it was getting so out of hand, which is completely unlike them. It was only made worse because we have Cash, who has horns, and Clark obviously doesn't. So even though Clark is much bigger and stronger, just a no-win situation for him, unfortunately. So the two of them got into it. There was blood, which scared us a bit. I think when we saw the blood, it was probably the most scared that I've been, because Clark likes to rub his head, and so he was always had that little area where it's raw, because he rubs it against the fence. He's always been like that.
Little feed bin.
Yeah.
He's got a little brush there too that he rubs against the pen. So yeah, it was a little shocking because again, they were throwing each other around. So it was a battle. Yeah. Contesting the father-son relationship.
Yes. So I was scared about it, obviously, but we don't know if it was just, this is natural. Some of the stuff that we read said it's natural, it's okay, they'll be okay. But because Clark doesn't have horns and Cash does, and Cash's horns seem to be...
They're broad.
Yeah, they seem to be like...
A little pointy at the end.
Yeah,
and
scary.
He's shorter, so he can get underneath Clark and lift him up.
He's like a little stocky wrestler.
Yeah, so
yeah,
they are related. They have the stockiness and the strength. So just to make sure that no one got hurt. Worse than they are. Separated Cash, so he's in the middle area and he's right by the girls. So at least he's not by himself, even though he's isolated in an area by himself. So he's not going to be lonely. I think he's enjoying his new little area. I get to sniff the ladies and play a little bit with Whitey when he comes to the fence.
Our concern is he just got so aggressive that we want to make sure that he calms down. We moved the igloo, we moved one of the electrical spools, and then we're going to hang up the food and some of the other stuff so that he's comfortable.
Hey Clark, what's going on, dude? You can see on top of his head he's got the blue coat going on. That's our go-to cut antibacterial med, and he does not like it. He does not like his head being
tie-dye.
I guess
purple.
It stings.
Yeah.
Mr. Go, how are you, buddy?
Hi, Misty.
You taking care of your brother? Yeah. So, and that's Lucy in the background if you can't hear her. Loud Lucy.
Lucy is
decent.
definitely going through her time period.
Be decent.
Yeah. Lucy, decency.
You have children. Monitoring him, and he's eating, he's drinking. We put some blood stop on like we normally do, and then blue coat. But he's doing well. He's going back. He's playing with Mr. Go. I mean, not his jolly old raspberry self.
So that's the story of our eventful week.
Yeah, and I think any homesteader is going to have a couple crazy weeks of things either not going right, a lot of unexpected things, and having to work through illness as well. So I know there's a lot of people that have given us some great advice, some home remedies. We've had a lot of soup.
We've had great friends, yeah.
Great friends that brought us some great soup, gotten us through. So, just pushing through and learning. Learning is a big thing. So, we're going to see how the situation with Cash works out, separating him and having his own area. Maybe the aggression between the two will go down.
Homestead doesn't stop when you are sick. You can't. Like, I've called in sick from work because I haven't been able to work, but I can't call sick from taking care of our babies. Yeah.
Even though Lucy knows where the food is, the others really don't. And then,
well, she wouldn't let him get to it.
Yeah, so it's all about portion control and making sure they don't get into worse trouble than they would be if we didn't take care of them. So
yeah. So we all get our challenges. God is good and we'll get through these. We're so grateful that you've watched this far. Thank you so much for joining us. The sun is about to set, so we want to make sure we wrap up.
And always remember, you are awesome and you are loved.
Until next time.